What is up, everybody? So, Destiny Masked Heroes. This deck is lit, guys. I gotta tell you, this deck is lit. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight into the deck profile, and then I'll explain why the deck is somewhat good in today's meta, and we're gonna go from there. So, starting off with, you guys can already see I'm running the Dogma Dragon combo in this deck. Only way to play the deck, in my personal opinion. Only way to play. 40 card main deck. We're gonna start off with 1 Dogma, 2 draw hands. Now, obviously, you run the Dogma because we're running Dragon in the deck, but only purpose it serves. Now, 2 draw hands. This is legit one of the best hero monsters that's came out in a while. Not only is he dark because he triggers the mass change, but the fact that he special summons himself from the graveyard during the standby phase is insane. I originally tested in 3, and you definitely can play 3 if you want to. 2 is my player preference, but for the most part, I think this card is insane. The fact that he brings himself back is really bringing heroes up to speed in today's meta. Allows you to pitch them freely with Twin Twister and No Remorse. I just love this card, so I run it 2 for ratios. You can run 3, I just like 2. 1 Celestial, honestly don't really care for him. I like him because I've seen Lithium 2300 and his Destiny hero build he did a while ago. He ran him, and he can kind of help you recur your hand when your hand's low. Because while he's in the graveyard, you can banish him and another Destiny hero monster when you control no cards in your hand to draw 2. So it's effectively a better version of Bubble Man, and he's dark, so he triggers your mass change around Dark Law. So why not run him at 1? 2 Shadow Mist. Not 3. 3 is cloggy. 2 is fine. I don't think you need 3. 1, 2 Honest Neos. Same concept of Shadow Mist. 3, you never want to see 3. And you're never going to use more than 2 in a game. So, and if you do, you're in a losing situation anyway. So, 2 Honest Neos, like it a lot. Still rocking the 3 Ash Blossom. Only hand trap running in the deck. Mainly because it's Ash Blossom. It can help stop decks like Salamangreat. You guys already know that, so I'm not even gonna explain it and go into detail on why you guys should run Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is just a powerful card to run. Run 3 every deck, in my personal opinion. Unless you're playing that gas Mystic Mind deck, then you can run what you want to run. 1, 2, 3 Summoner Monk. Now, I like 3 Summoner Monk simply due to the fact that it's either you're gonna run Summoner Monk and or Neospacian Connector. Now, I tested, trust me guys, I tested Neospace Connector. And while I do love it because it is a tour guide in an underworld for the deck, which is insane, it can help you get to your plays. It can help you make that big ISO push, which allows you to dump 4 of the equipped spells and allows you to add with a Honest Neos. The main problem is, it's only good to bring out ISO and nothing else. Connector, okay, the ISO stuff, because I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, my theory about this, but the ISO variant of this deck where you run the Neospacian Connector with the Aqua Dolphin to dump the 5 equipped spells for the ISO. People are probably gonna say that's a staple, you're crazy, it's free advantage, but that shit bricks so fucking much, dude. It bricks so freaking much. Like, every test hand I had, yeah, if you open up the queue, if you open it up and you now open up your equip spells, you're in a good position. But 9 times out of 10, unless you run a 60 card deck, you're fucked. And then even if you run a 60 card variant of the deck, you're still fucked because you can brick a lot. You're drawing the weird, things like your PK engine if you want to go that route. And then you never really see your Fusion Destiny, which in my opinion is what makes this deck. So with that being said, I felt like Summoner Monk was a better option. It's more consistent. It's guaranteed Dark Law. And opening up this in Fusion Destiny or a way to make Dark Law in Fusion Destiny, you're going to have a good time. So ultimately, I'm running 3 Summoner Monk like I used to run in my hero deck. I like it. At worst is a rank 4. At best is a Dark Law. So that's my theory on it. That's my tips for running this deck. Stratos, obviously. Like, no need for explanation. 1 Solid Soldier. I haven't found myself wanting to run 2. He works just fine. I don't run Drill Dark. A lot of people run Drill Dark in their builds. I just feel like when you have Solid Soldier who's searchable with an E emergency call, what's the point of Drill Dark? You don't really need that many Destiny heroes in your deck, do you? So one solid soldier is good enough for you when you want to do the special summoning play. Then a summoner mount kind of helps that as well. One disc commander, honestly, I never use them. However, for the plays where you do send them to the graveyard with a Destiny draw, and or when you do send them to the graveyard with your Fusion of Destiny, this deck is running back to the front, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And so you can draw 2 from there. And then when you do want to bring them back with a extra hero cross guy, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, you can help you recur your hand. So he's good for a mid to late game. Early game, he's just discard fodder, which is not bad, because half of the time when you play him, you really don't. He doesn't really hurt. I've always opened him with a Destiny draw, so I'm fine. Haven't really hated him, but I haven't really loved him either. And of course, the 1 plasma because for the Dragoon. Then run Rhoda, 2 Destiny draw. I thought about running 3. 3 bricked so much. I saw it too much in times where I didn't have a Destiny hero monster, which does happen from time to time. 2 for some reason seems to be the perfect ratio online. I almost always open it with a Destiny hero monster, and when I draw it mid to late game, it's never bad because I always have a Destiny hero hand. So 2 is good. 1 Rhoda, staple, and the creme de la creme, 3 Fusion Destinies. Now, I saw somebody's deck profile online. Some people are actually considering to run 2 of this card. I'm like, okay. Like, why would you run 2 of the best card that has been made for heroes since the max hero archetype? Like, this shit right here is broken. Pretty much, you guys already know what it is, but for you guys that do not know, for you guys that are new to the deck, I'm gonna read it to you. And I quote: Fusion summon 1 Fusion monster from your extra deck, that lists the Destiny hero monsters material. Using monsters from your hand deck as Fusion material, but destroy it during the end phase of the next turn. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolution, you can now special summon monsters except dark hero monsters. You can only activate 1 Fusion Destiny per turn. Broken. You always want to open up this card. I have yet to open a hand and lose online and or hate having this card. Only time I've lost this is against like Mystic Mine or Weather Painters. That fucking deck is annoying, but other than that, this card's solid, bro. I love it. I'm loving it. When I first read this card, I'm like, hold on, heroes got a what? A Shadow Fusion? I'm down. So yeah, this card's insane. You have to run 3. Don't run 2. Don't run. It's not a tech card. You want to open this card. It makes the deck right now. It legit. If this card wasn't a thing, I would not be playing it. I would not have came back to this deck. This card gave heroes all their potential. 3 Mass Change, that's staple. 3 Twin Twister for the meta. Mystic Mine is a thing. I don't want to run more than 3 Twin Twister for Mystic Mine because you are gonna have to play against Salads and Sky Striker, so you don't want to run too many Stun Trap Destruction because it can brick if you open up too many. But for the most part, 3 Twin Twister seems to be good for you. Seems to be good for this deck. Discard fodder, etc., etc. 3 for the meta, Call by the Grave. 3 E-Call for the consistency of Stratos. And 3 back to the front. I'm proccling 1 because for whatever reason I can't find my 3rd one. 40 card main deck. I'm loving the deck a lot. This deck is honestly very, very solid. It's a good rogue deck. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say it's the best deck and it can beat down every deck consistently. It's one of those decks where it's like a dinosaur deck. If it goes off, you win. If it goes first or goes on the turn it wants to go, 9 times out of 10 with a solid hand, you win unless your opponent just draw all the outs or the nuts. So my theory about this deck is Dragoon, which I'll get to right here. No, let me just get to my extra deck and I'll explain everything later. Okay, so Dragoon is a win condition. For you guys that are not educated on what Destiny and Dragoon is, shout out to Lithium 2300 once again. I would not have played this build without seeing his video, so shout out to him. Awesome videos. He does the best deck displaying videos on YouTube, so shout out to Lithium 2300. So yeah, man, this card's insane. Pretty much it needs Plasma and Dogma to make. And you have to fuse them by bringing those out. And then it says once per turn, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent monster equal to the attack that monster had. and you can't conduct your battle phase. That's cool if you want to hit your opponent with some burn damage and go into time or whatever. That's good. But the best part about this card is, guys, is the fact that it can recur itself. Pretty much while it's in your graveyard, during your standby phase, you can banish a Destiny Hero monster to bring it back. So essentially, you can make this on your opponent's turn, mass change, bring out Dark Claw on your turn, banish a Destiny Hero monster, bring it back. This card is broken. Another reason why this card is broken. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the extra deck real fast. Okay, Anki, standard. You run him for burning and OTKing, but most of the time you're gonna bring this guy out. Yeah, he's good. I built the deck around him at first. Let me focus this camera real fast. He's okay. For those grind games, is good. You run him as a one-of. The main focus of the deck is Dystopia for burn damage and time, and Dragoon is your boss monster. So essentially, make Dragoon first, Dystopia second, and you're usually in a good position if you have to go fusion destinies. But for the most part, this guy is so freaking good due to Extra Hero Cross Crusader. Another card, best card to happen to heroes in a long time. And that just let me know that Konami wants you to play the Destiny heroes with the Master heroes. It's like they were destined to be together, if that makes sense. This card's so good because pretty much when he's link summon, you can target one Destiny hero monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And then you can tribute a Destiny hero monster to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. So, and plus, also after you use his effects, you can't special summon monsters except hero monsters. So whatever, it locks you into only using heroes, which is great because, I mean, it really don't matter because essentially if you're scared of losing your End Dragoon or Dystopia due to your Fusion Destiny clause, you can summon another hero monster, link to your Crusader, link off your Fusion, and grab your Fusion back. So I find myself doing a lot of plays of Fusion Destiny, bringing this guy out. Let me see, do I have a monster? Let's just say I had this monster on the board, link these two off, cross guy, and then cross eye, bring back my Dragoon. And I got cross guy Dragoon, that's 4600 damage on board. I mean, there's just many different plays you can do, and then you can mass change him off on the following turn and have this and Dark Claw on board. It's so many dirty plays, guys. Wonder Driver, surprisingly, I've used him a lot more recently in this build online, simply due to the fact that you have a lot of times where your mass hero monsters like your Stratos and another like a Destiny hero is just sitting on your board. So you want to make your Wonder Driver, and then you can always bring back your Dragoon under him to trigger to bring back mass change. I mean, there's just so many different plays you can make. He's actually really good in this build for whatever reason. I guess it's because Crusader came out. So yeah, you definitely need Wonder Driver in this deck. It's a clutch grind game card. Now, outside of the hero stuff and the obvious staples, I run Phoenix because sometimes you do need to run Phoenix. He's optional. Baguska, staple, any deck that can make rank 4s. Exciton Knight, and I run a Utopia package. This is optional. Another player preference. You guys can replace it with another 3 cards you guys find suited. So, to recap, this deck is pretty good as a rogue deck. If I was to scale it on a scale of 1 being the best, 5. Alright guys, my camera lost memory, so I had to delete some stuff to finish off the video. So like I was saying, if I was to scale this deck on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, I put it at a 2.5, maybe a solid 2, tier 2. Like I said, the deck can do good in the event, but it's not winning anything. And who knows, it might be able to win something. I haven't had enough good play testing to determine just how good the deck is. I've only played online, and most of the matches I lost was against Mystic Mine and shit of that nature, or if I just drew like bad and my opponent just drew godly. So tell me what you guys think. This is my mass Destiny hero profile about it in the comment section down below. If you're new here, I would invite you to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm uploading as much as I can throughout the week, and yeah man, if you like cool deck profiles, check me out. All right guys, well this is InnovationYGO, and I'm signing out. Peace.